The gentleman from Pennsylvania yields. The chair recognizes the gentleman from North Carolina, Mr. Nichols, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Tomorrow, former President Donald Trump will be arraigned in federal court in Miami. He's been indicted on 37 different felony charges, including false statements and representations, scheme to conceal, concealing a document in a federal investigation, corruptly concealing a document or record, withholding a document or record, conspiracy to obstruct justice, and 31 counts of willful retention of national defense information. Mr. Speaker, I read the incredibly detailed and evidence-based indictment, and it's deeply troubling and disturbing, to say the least. These charges show a complete and total disregard for the national security of the United States. The former president's action compromised the lives and safety of U.S. military personnel around the world. No one is above the law, and anyone who undermines U.S. national security must be held to answer for their actions. Mr. Speaker, he had our nuclear secrets stashed away in boxes in his bathroom. Listen, I'm here on the floor today because pro-democracy Republicans in North Carolina's 13th district rejected extremism and sent me to Washington because I ran to protect our democracy and our rule of law. This is about our rule of law. Mr. Speaker, as the American people try to make sense of these indictments, I think we should listen to the comments from Republicans who served in the Trump administration and other leading Republicans. John Bolton, who served as National Security Advisor in the Trump administration, said, quote, "The indictment is devastating. Those who defended Trump before the charges were made public, or those who have not yet spoken, should be very carefully weigh how history will consider their statements." Mick Mulroy, a senior Pentagon official in the Trump administration, said, quote, "The classified documents described in the indictment are some of the most secret information we possess. This type of information should never be removed from a security facility, and once discovered, should have been immediately returned." Bill Barr, who served as Attorney General in the Trump administration, said, quote, "If even half of it is true, then he's toast. It's a very detailed indictment, and it's very, very damning. This idea of presenting Trump as a victim here, the victim of a witch hunt, is ridiculous. He's not a victim here. He was totally wrong that he had the right to have those documents. Those documents are among the most sensitive secrets the country has." Asa Hutchinson, former Bush administration official, Arkansas, said that Donald Trump's actions, from his willful disregard for the Constitution to his disrespect for the rule of law, should not define our nation or the Republican Party. And Mitt Romney, the junior senator from the state of Utah, said, quote, "Mr. Trump brought these charges upon himself by not only taking classified documents, but by refusing to simply return them when given numerous opportunities to do so. These allegations are serious and, if proven, would be consistent with his other actions, offensive to the national interest, such as withholding defensive weapons from Ukraine for political reasons and failing to defend the Capitol from violent attack and insurrection," quote unquote. Mr. Speaker, we are a nation of law. No one is above the law in the United States of America. No one is entitled to keep top secret national security documents. The documents in this case are among the most secret we have in this country, nuclear secrets. We need to know just how much the careless and cavalier storage of these documents has compromised our nation's national security. I came to Congress to get things done for the people in my district, and I've been glad to build relationships with my colleagues on both sides of the aisle. We should work in a bipartisan way whenever we can. But if we are going to truly heal as a country, we need to hold people accountable. As a lawyer, I know I know allowing this process to play out in a court of law and ensuring a fair and impartial trial is critically important. However, this is already a sad and somber moment in our nation's history. Democracy should never be taken for granted. We must be vigilant and proactive to protect it. In closing, Mr. Speaker, history will remember those who defend this lawless behavior, and it will not be kind. Thank you, and I yield back.